I'm not even ready. Wasn't even ready.
Awesome.
Are we live?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have enough?
Yep.
Check it.
Yeah, it's done. We're good.
We're good?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Steve of the Gamer, and you're watching One Side of the Coin. We're down here at Heads or Tails Gaming, and this is our weekly Genesis show every Thursday night about Genesis Battle of Champions. So tonight with me, as always, I have
MacTac.
And we have a special guest tonight, one of our community members.
Jordan
Graham. Jordan Graham. So Jordan's been playing Genesis since how long?
2 years since just after beta release.
Just after beta. And so who taught you how to play Genesis?
You did.
I did, yes,
Yeah.
of course. So I took Jordan into our community, taught him how to play the game. Has liked it ever since. So what do you like best about Genesis?
It's definitely got to be how tactical the game is. With all the movement around the board, it gives a lot of a chess feel, and you have to be a lot more strategic about it, and I love that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely a different style of card game from, say, like all the other ones that are out there. So, yeah, that's what definitely got me intrigued about it. So, yeah, it's been playing for almost nearly as long as I have, so which is pretty awesome. So tonight we wanted to get into a little bit of a fan-based discussion about different formats for Genesis Battle of the Champions that we've been kind of playing around with. So right now, basically, the way the game is played, you build a 50-card deck based around 250 chi with 2 affiliations matching your champion. I'm holding up Nubia, so she's Axon Bellum. So all your cards in your timeline, which is your deck, have to match the same colors as your champion. So that's basically the standard of the game, right? That we're all kind of used to, right? Yeah. So we're going to talk about a little bit of different styles of, say, deck building or gameplay styles from what you're basically used to of just playing 1v1 on that set base kind of thing, right? So your timeline and that. So first off, a couple of shout outs. Definitely let's say hi to Colin, who couldn't make it out tonight. He's one of our tech guys, so he's busy working and studying for school. So say hi to Colin. We miss you. Hopefully you can return.
I know, I'm awesome. I'm all we need.
And yes, of course, to Richard Summers, who's behind the camera tonight, doing all our tech work for us. So thank you very much to both of them. Also, to Haunted Castle Games alone. What?
Richard's getting all the credit, eh?
Richard. Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
our multitasker, my
Yeah,
co-host MacAttack. She not only is the co-host, also too does a lot of the tech work as well. And she's going to be answering any questions on the chat for us tonight. So if you have any questions or comments or whatnot, she will definitely be taking care of that as always. So
Feel free to follow because I will be commenting as me, not the heads or tails. It's under me.
Our multifunctional weird kid.
Yeah, there
there we go.
I should
MacAttack.
get a shirt with
The
that
weird
on
kid.
there.
Right? So
Yeah, we should get you a shirt. My daughter's weird.
my daughter, yeah. She's not that weird. I don't
Little
think,
weird.
but anyways,
A little bit.
a little bit, yeah.
Thumbs over there.
Yeah. Well, if he's only holding, he's missing his thumbs. Oh, he's using the other hand. So exactly. Anyway, so yeah, who else do we want to say hi to tonight?
Billy's in
Billy.
the chat. Yeah, Billy's there.
Billy. Oh, hi,
Billy.
Billy. Yeah, where is he?
He's also
He's gotta
awesome
work.
because he agrees that I'm all anyone needs.
Who, Billy?
Yep. We can argue that.
Yeah, we could. Billy doesn't know you as well as we do.
Billy says, I wish I could be there, but I need to work to fuel my addictions.
Yes. We definitely miss you, Billy. Haven't seen you in a while, so hopefully you can make it down to the store, play some Genesis with us soon. To our community, especially, right? Yes. Well, you're not the only member of our community, but yeah. No, to all our community. I mean, great group of people that have been coming out and playing Genesis here. We play every Thursday night casual, and then Saturdays is our organized event. We're not running an organized event because this Saturday is
New Year's?
Happy New Year's! Yay!
Yay!
Happy New Year's! Yes, New Year's this Saturday. So yeah, the store's closed because of the stat holiday. But
had a brain fart there. I was like, wait, isn't that tomorrow? But that's New Year's Eve.
Tomorrow's New Year's Eve.
So
yes.
you close Saturday then?
I will be closed. The store will
Okay.
be closed on Saturday. Yeah. So yeah, we have an absolutely amazingly large community, and it's growing. So we're definitely getting a lot of new people interested in Genesis. So you want to ever learn the game, come out and play, or just hang out and have discussions with us, you're more than welcome every Thursday night, right? So yeah. Anybody else you want to say hi to?
Hi, Mom.
Mom. Say hi to as well. Is your mom watching?
I don't know.
You should get her to subscribe to our channel.
I will do that.
And-
I'll
and
go
watch.
home and I'll make sure everyone in my household subscribes.
Okay, perfect.
Boom.
Awesome. Yes, please remember to like and subscribe to our channel.
Yes.
One side of the coin.
Sweet. Only then, once you've done that, can we have you back on the show. Got to get all your family to like and subscribe.
Okay.
To be no, I don't think that's a criteria to be a guest on this show.
No?
But
That's
anyway,
okay. I tried.
yeah. So yeah, let's get into talking a little bit about some formats for Genesis.
All
So, any other formats outside of what we're used to as far as the standard format that you've ever played?
That I've ever played?
Yeah.
Well, I normally just play the standard, but there have been a few instances where I've been in like a 3 to 5, maybe 6 player game. I think,
Okay.
And it's just a free for all across the board.
Yep.
Everyone's spaced out as evenly as you can be, and it's just go at it.
Yeah.
The board gets flooded with everything.
Yeah, free for all games are definitely a lot of fun to play. So it's like instead of just playing one against one, you have multiple players, but you're everybody for themselves kind of thing, right? So and it's the board state can get very crowded, very complicated,
Very chaotic.
very chaotic. Yeah. So if you're into that kind of game, right, where it's not always looking at the same person, one battle kind of thing, and yeah, it also too I think it adds to the strategic element of the game, right? On top of it, because you're not only having to deal with just one player, you have to deal with everybody. So a couple of weeks ago, we had a show where the 2021 champion and myself, the 2019 champion, faced off against the Sid, the creator. So it's like, and we were all, for ourselves kind of thing. So it's a little bit, but the more people you add, the more complicated it gets, even worse,
definitely.
right? So it's like,
Yeah, you can also make alliances with people. Sometimes people are your friends or your enemies.
yeah, that could be a thing. A lot of times it's like you kind of know within your community who the better player is. And usually in most cases they gang up on it. So for my history of playing one for all battles like that, it's like I'm usually the first one out. Like always is because everybody knows, right? So my level of play is a lot higher than most people. But I mean, is what it is, but it's still a lot of fun. It's so enjoyable to play those style of games, right? So, how about yourself? Have you ever played any other formats outside of just the regular standard?
Played a few 2v2 games. but I
2v2.
think that's about it.
What's 2v2? Explain it.
So 2v2, basically,
Two-headed giant.
yeah. No,
Is that
No,
what it's called?
no,
No.
2v2.
2 versus 2. So
Two
2
versus
players
two.
versus another 2 players.
Yeah, that's two-headed
Yeah.
giant, man. You're
Oh.
a giant with 2 heads.
Very funny.
Versus
No.
another giant with 2 heads.
It's not magic.
Yeah. No.
Anyway.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so 2v2.
Yeah, so 2v2 is a format of Genesis
Mm-hmm.
where you have 2 players that face another 2 players.
Right.
And you're on team.
You're on a team.
Yeah, and then you gotta try and get the other team out and win.
Is there any restrictions to 2v2? Like,
Is there?
Uh,
I don't know.
you don't know. You don't
I
know.
nothing.
You played it before. You should know, right? No. Okay, so yeah. Do you play 2v2?
Maybe once. I
Maybe
think.
once.
Yeah.
So basically, 2v2 is you're playing 2 champions versus 2 champions, but you're playing as a team. So you work together as far as the strategy of trying to defeat the other 2 opponents. However, your champions, there's no restrictions. So you could use any 2 champions. You just bring together, right? And you battle against the other 2, right? So everybody has their own separate timelines drawing off of that, but it bounces back and forth between turns, right? So it's like one of their champions will go, then one of the other teams, and then the other team, and then the other team, and then repeat, right? And you just battle it like that, and then so if one champion gets removed, then all their stuff's removed off the board, and then it's like 2 versus 1, right? So the other person, but in most cases, it ends up being 1 versus 1 by the end of the game. I think in most of the situations I've been in or games that I played, that's the way it ended up turning out. So, but it too is a lot of fun. It's a lot more strategic, but I think the best part about 2v2 is discussion between your team partner, right? So it's like you get to look at each other's hands, decide, okay, well, if you do this, I do that, kind of whispering back and forth a little bit, right? Trying to plan out your strategies on the battlefield with working with the 2 champions. So
the only difficult part of doing that is like you can discuss with your teammate like what you want to do, and then your opponent can do one thing that can change your entire plan.
Yeah,
and then you got to think of something all over again.
Oh yeah, 100%. Well, it's like that in the standard game too.
Why?
It's like what?
We need to find a better name than 2v2. Why?
Well, we've just always called it 2v2.
Because if it has a name and it's catchy, then it's going to catch on and be catchy.
2v2.
2v2.
It's
That's
catchy.
not catchy.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
2v2. It's always
You're
been 2v2.
2v2.
Thank you. I'm always fighting with myself, so no, it's a 1v1. Thank you very much.
It's like my staff meetings in the mirror.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
I'm always having a wrestling match in my head.
So another one too that's already been introduced that we played is Allies. Do you remember playing Allies? No.
Is that like 1v1v1v1?
No, no. So basically, you played Allies. Okay, so Allies is you're using two. It's kind of like 2v2 in a sense, but your champions' affiliations have to match, right? So it's like you cannot play, like say Idris and Rain together. So basically, the only one that would be able to be played with Rain is Kendra or Core. With Idris would be Malik or Odara, Nubia, Raha, or Kun. Yeah, sorry, and it'd be Erica, Long, and Fong, right, all together. So yeah, basically the affiliations have to match. So your timelines are very similar to one another. So I've seen different variations. We've tried Allies by playing off of 1 timeline, but we've also tried it with 2. So it's a little bit easier running 2 because then you're still doing your own strategies, but you're still working together as a team. But working off of 1 timeline is a little bit difficult because one champion's pulling the card that this champion needs, kind of thing. But because the affiliations match together, it's still a little bit easier to work with just one single hand, right? So,
yeah.
But so some other formats that I think that have been brewing up. One I had thought of, it's alterations. Okay, so basically this format is it's still like it can be played or added in, so to speak, to any other format, but each player gets to choose 2 alterations that start on the battlefield. So it's and they're not included in your timeline. So basically it's so whoever goes first gets to place their first alteration anywhere on the battlefield, and then it bounces back and forth until all the alterations are on the field already. So, and obviously the alterations you're going to pick are going to coincide with the timeline or the champion that you're using, right? So, it just, I think it adds a little bit finesse and brings the strategy level up a little bit because now you're dealing with a specific alteration on the battlefield. Now, mind you, most of the alterations in the game at this point, some are really good, some are like, so I mean, like say fortification. So all it does is occupy the spot, right? So I mean, is it really that good of an alteration to use in this format?
It just kind of takes up the space.
It just takes up the spot, right? So I mean, but when you look at stuff like say Treacherous Train, right, or Fire Hill,
or the Inferno Pits,
too, which is a really good card, right? Yeah, I just get pointed by the other champion in the house. The Inferno Pits, yes, super nice card. No Man's Land, how about that one, eh? Yeah. So yeah, having to start off with those right on the battlefield and deal with them right up front, I think would be an interesting format that could potentially come around, right?
Yeah.
So next one I got on my list. I had tried to get this one going, and mad shout out to my mom because I had introduced it to her first off. This and she actually built timelines, but based around this format that I was trying to experiment with. And it's a 4-5-6 format is what I've been calling it, because basically all you're building is, your whole entire timeline can only consist of 4, 5, and 6 cheat cards. That's it, right? So you're eliminating 3s, 7s, and 8s.
No angels.
No angels, exactly. No angels. No so purifying waves. No epiphanies, stuff like that, right? So you're taking out a lot of the really, really high, powerful cards. Now, mind you, the game is still playable from what I have found out, because then you're looking at 6 cheese. What are your strong 6 cheese?
I don't think Mac Attack likes the idea of no angels.
No angel? Are you pouting? No
I'm
angels.
trying to. I'm laughing.
No angels. Yeah, so, look at 6 cheese summons. You got scorpions, right? So, I mean, could this really affect as far as the value behind some of the cards if the format was to go like competitive, right, kind of thing? So, like 4 and 5 cheese too, right? I mean, there are some really, really powerful ones. So it could be, questionable. Like you'd only see certain timelines built because of the elimination of some of those bigger cheat cards, right, that are super powerful, right? What do you think?
Yes. How does? I feel like it's pretty good because it does like limit.
Speak up.
I feel like it's a good format because
Right.
it's limited, and as much as people think like that might be a bad thing, I mean, there's a way that it's good because then it's like more of an even playing field.
Yeah.
So
A little bit. I mean, it would just be, don't want to see it so that only certain champions are used, because like some affiliations have some really, really powerful 6G cards compared to other affiliations, right? So it would be, could there be a balance, right, as far as timelines for competitive play for a 4-5-6 format, right? So it should be interesting. So what do you think?
I would love to try it, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm going to go home and make a 4-5-6 deck tonight.
4-5-6 deck, yeah. Thanks. Yeah, we because like I know I built one in the past too, but we just really haven't had a whole heck of a lot of time to spend on that format to really do some serious testing on it. So I mean, that's something we can potentially do in the future, right? So 2 champs, 1 deck.
Yeah. This one was brought up to me by some other community players. Basically, it's similar to the to allies in a sense where you have a kind of a team dynamic with your champion. You have 2 champions in one sleeve ish, like have 2 together.
Yeah.
And they can flip throughout the game, but you'll have to spend energy to do so after I think 1 or 2 flips.
Yeah.
The only catch with the 2 champions is they have to have one affiliation be the same.
Similar.
So, like Malik and Long was the example that I was giving. Same idea with building the deck, except you have 3 affiliations in it.
3 affiliations, yeah.
And I think it brings a lot more strategy into it, just with being able to combine certain affiliations that may not even be out yet.
Yeah.
Or just determining when to flip, especially once you start spending energy for it. You have to really think about when you're flipping.
I think that format would have a lot to do with the card draw too. So it's like if you're drawing like your present champion that's face up, you're looking at it and it's like, okay, well, you're holding a handful of cards that champion can't use, right? So then obviously would have to be a flip move at that point, right, to use those. I haven't really built anything based around this style, but it could be. I think there would have to be a lot of key rules to this as far as how this could be built, right? So it's definitely interesting and very intriguing. So would the timeline still be set at 250 chi, or do you think that it would have to be altered?
When I was told about it, I wasn't told anything about altering the timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from the 3 affiliations, I think it is still set to 50 cards, 250 chi.
Yep.
But with 3 affiliations and 2 champions, I feel maybe a slightly higher cap to both of those.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it'd be a lot trickier to build those style of timelines because now you're trying to cram in a lot more into the timeline over top of just focusing on 2 affiliations. You're adding that third one in, so now it's a huge adjustment, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, however, like you're bringing in color combinations or affiliation combinations, which we haven't seen in the game, which are going to be coming in Origins, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, like if you were to play this style or this format, so you're combining, say, Axon Thymos, or you bring in Chaos Bellum, right, with the neutral, right? So now you're bringing in. Would they be able to work together, not having those champions in the game yet, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, with Origins coming in the near future, having those color combinations coming in, I don't think it'll be an issue then.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, it's a little bit challenging, right? So it's
Yeah.
but yeah, no, it's definitely intriguing and interesting. It's something that I'm definitely going to be. Well, I'm going to be looking into all of these. So yeah, the next one that I wanted to look at, upping the chi and the deck numbers.
All right.
So instead of playing with just a 50 card timeline 250 chi, what if you were to adjust it to go higher?
Mm-hmm. So like a 500 and 100 card deck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or any number in between kind of thing. Like I know with when we do drafts, not here at this store, but sealed and at other places, right?
Yeah.
So the amount of cards you use is less, right? Mm-hmm. So it's 35 out of 175 chi, right? Mm-hmm. I didn't pay attention.
Well, I didn't even get my opinion asked about the 2 champions, 1 deck. I'm just sitting over here with the.
So sorry.
Yeah, what is she? Chopped liver? Come on, man.
Yep. Okay. 2 champions, 1 deck.
I feel like personally for me, it would be too like confusing or even like complicated, like too much for my mind to comprehend. Just having that, like Jordan over there had said, like the flipping of it, and like I feel like it'd be easier to have them like both on the board. Right, like at the same time.
I also feel 2 champions, 1 deck is a terrible name. We need to get a better name.
Will you stop saying we need to get a better name for everything? Like
you don't know what I mean.
Thank you.
Okay, so basically, so you would start off like say Idris, and then you got Rain on the back, right? So they both share chaos, so it can be used together, right? However, your timeline is going to have all 3 colors. So you're going to have Axon, Chaos, and Thymos.
Oh, so if you're having all 3 and you're not even, because I was thinking to have an increase, even to just go like 60 cards. No.
Well, there's another thing too. It's because of the aura count on top of it, right, and the health. So like, would that have to be tracked separate? So that's another thing you'd have to take into consideration. So it's like, okay, well, at one point. Like with Rain having such little health, so she's only got 18 health, right? Whereas Idris is 25. So I mean, it's like, are you keeping track of that health separate? So what happens if Rain dies? Then what is the game done, or does it get flipped over and you have to finish the game with Idris only?
Well, that's what I mean, right? And that's why
that's a fair point.
Yeah,
right.
That's why I thought it'd get confusing having that flip, right? Because even with the aura, it's like, again, are you counting those separate or are you putting them together? Right. So.
Yeah. So I mean, like if Idris runs out of her aura, but Rain still has a ton, right? Well, actually, it would be the other way because Rain's only got 90. Where Idris 125. So yeah, like again, say Rain runs out of her aura, right? So now if she's like this, does she have access to Idris's card pool or her aura pool?
And in the same sense too, with the energy reduction too. Since
Energy reductions
Rain
as
has
well.
the one energy reduction,
And
but Idris has
doesn't.
nothing.
Right.
So
Or-
would Idris be able to get that energy reduction?
Or if the one dies because they each have a separate color from each other, are they still able to play anything that you draw with those colors?
Yeah, I
in
don't
it?
think so because they don't have access to it, right?
Well, that's what I mean, right?
So yeah, you just wouldn't be able to play anything Axon, right? So which is why you would have to do the flip in order to play your Axon cards would have to be played off of Rain only.
Mhm.
And then Rain wouldn't have access to the Thymos, right?
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. If it dies, then I mean, at one point or at some point, you're just going to be holding a bunch of like blue in your hand,
Yeah.
right? And
So-
then,
I think it's a very techie style format. And yeah, as I said again, a lot of things would have to be written out as far as ruling and adjustments.
yeah,
But the best way to do it,
test it.
test it. Exactly, right? Yeah, so yeah, you just test it out and work out the rules or whatever. So yeah, again, any comments or suggestions on it too, right? Put them in the chat. Join in. Up in the chain decks, did you want to say anything about that one?
Like, how would that one work? Like, up in
Okay,
the-
so yeah, like I was just saying to Jordan, like so for draft and sealed event, you're playing with lesser numbers. Like you play with 35 cards, 175 chi. Okay, what if we went the other way? Like not specifically for draft and sealed, but like in a constructed format.
Mhm.
Instead of playing with 250 chi, why not play with 100 chi? Right, and then up the amount of cards in the timeline as well. So if you double it, so you're playing with 100 cards, but you're playing with 500 chi.
You went down again. Sorry, that's why I'm confused because he said 250 instead. Play with 100. Did you mean like 300 or?
Oh, I think he switched and went from like the chi to the card number.
Oh, okay. So instead of playing with like 50 cards, you play with 100.
Yes.
And then instead of 250 chi,
Chi.
playing with like
500.
500.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be something.
Could you imagine, how the builds would be on that?
It would be
That'd be gross.
insane. Although I do feel like you would have to have special rolling for the champions too, because if you're doubling everything in the deck,
You
wouldn't
gotta
have
double
to
aura.
raise at least the aura on the champion too. Otherwise, you would run out of aura like long before your deck is out.
No, not necessarily. I think aura pool, energy reduction, etc. I think it would just allow for different, more combinations in the timeline. Right, so you're able to squeeze more cards into the timeline. Alternative combinations for the cards as well. So basically, with this game being determined a lot by the draw, right? So it's what you draw in your initial hand. You're starting at your resources up front, and what you're able to work with, right, and adjust to it. So I think it would spread out the meta a lot more, personally, like for this style of format, right? But
Honestly,
it'd be interesting.
I think the aura should be raised.
Do you think
in
the
that-
aura would be
yeah,
raised too?
I think it should be in that format. Even raising it like a bit, right? Just you got 100 cards.
But you're still
So-
drawing your initial 6 cards, right?
Mhm.
So I mean, it's not like you're playing with more cards to be able to do more stuff on the battlefield,
Mhm.
right? You're still limited to what you can do. So I think increasing the aura would just stretch out the gameplay more.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
It would be fun.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah. I think
Then,
so.
then you'd have to raise the time.
Oh, that's another one that we can definitely take a look at and try it out and play it.
And here's where you get your fill of angels, since they're not in the 4-5-6.
You're feeling
Maybe that's why you gotta raise the aura. You
it.
know?
Well, if you think about it, okay, so you can on for a decent angel deck, you're looking at 8 angels minimal, right?
Mhm.
So for most part, which is
what I got.
the timeline we built for you to play 8 angels. So now you're playing with 16 angels, right? If you're doubling it up, right? So I mean, But out of 100
Oh, that'd be
cards, you got to look
heaven.
at well, but how often would you see them though? Because now you're doubling the odds of drawing them.
Oh.
Yeah,
Wait, hold on.
math,
So if you have 8 angels
Mhm.
in a 50 card deck,
right?
then
16.
you have
No.
16 in a 100 card deck,
Your
you
odds
still
kind
have
of
the
stay the same.
exact same odds of drawing one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be.
That's literally the exact same odds. Math.
Mm,
Stay in school, kids.
Nah. No, I'm kidding. Stay in school.
no,
No, that's literally the same. Don't argue with it. It's the same odds. Just go with it.
Yeah, because it's an 8 to 50 chance and then a 16 to 100. It literally yeah, he's right. You're doubling both numbers. It's the same odds.
it's a lot more cards with.
It is, but
I
it's the
think
same
Steve
odds.
Okay.
thinking
Yeah.
too hard. I smell burnt out.
Yeah, I think I am thinking too hard. It's been a long day. Crossover affiliations.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, so it's basically you're using again. It's more or less 2 champs, 1 deck again, but you're actually using 2. This is one that I had initially thought of. You're using 2 champions at the same time rather than having to flip them, but one affiliation has to match, right? So you'd be able to use Idris with Rain because they both have access to Chaos. However, you wouldn't be able to use Idris and Nubia because they don't have matching affiliations in any way, shape, or form. I think it would be a choice if you wanted to use matching, but then you're just going into allies, right? In that sense, after that. But it could kind of mix up allies a little bit. But you're playing 1v1, right? So, but you're having 2 champions on 1 deck.
So it's kind of like the mix of allies and 2 champs.
Yep.
I'm laughing
more or
because
less.
I literally said something about that when we were talking about the 2 champs. Because I said instead of flipping, having them both at the same time. Now look where we are.
You jumped the gun, right? You jumped the gun on it.
All
So
right, I got an idea for a format. It's called Rainbow.
Using all the
We're using
affiliations.
all affiliations.
Everything.
1 champion. 100 cards. Only 1 of any card. Thailand. There can only be 1.
So you're really trying to play Commander with Genesis.
Yup.
Mhm.
Commander Genesis.
It wouldn't work.
It wouldn't work because I mean, like if your choice of champion was Nubia, then she can't use Chaos.
Well, what if I said she could? And now she can't because I said so.
No, it wouldn't work. So yeah, it has to kind of stick with the main rules of the game, Richard. So yeah.
This is fantasy make-believe land.
So
Don't ruin my dream, Steve-O.
not ruining a dream. It's
You're
staying with
crushing them. I'm going to cry.
the rules of the game.
Ruin
But
makes me broken.
But yeah, any other formats? That's all the ones that I could think of for the time being. But I mean, with the game growing, with the game growing as much as it is, I'm sure like newer formats.
I thought of something.
Oh, what?
What if you and your opponent had to play, whether it was the same champion or not, but they have to have the same colors, and after every round, you have to switch champion. So like you play a round, and then after everything's exerted, you would unexert everything, and you got to switch champions. Because technically you still have all the same colors.
That could be a way to flip
That would be
Or
kind
that
of
work,
cool.
But I feel like you would have to have a set health then, because if you're switching, if
What if you
the
add
colors
both
are the same.
champions?
No,
If
you
one
go
is
off
in-
of what your opponent has already. So say if I am playing Nubia and I've used like 50 aura already, she still has 100, and I switch to my opponent, they're only half left with 100 aura.
Oh, and it could be the same with the health.
Yeah, exactly.
And you essentially got to kill both champions.
Yeah,
So it makes for a really long but epic game.
yeah.
You have to kill both champions?
Why not?
Yeah. So like even if I switch like with my opponent, so like I'm playing Nubia, my opponent's playing who else is under that color pool? Who else is
Raha.
there? Raha. Okay, so my opponent's playing Raha, and we switch, and I kill Nubia with Raha. Technically, I still win because she's under my power. So that's how that works. You just switch it. That would be kind of cool. Same like 250 chief, 50 card deck, and everything. You just switch your champions.
A lot of complex stuff.
A lot, but I just thought of that.
Switching champions. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would work.
Well, I mean, it not with the champions, but you can already somewhat do that with summons in the game. You can take control of your opponent's summon and use it against them.
You can also attack yourself. So knowing very well that you have to switch champions at like say in between. So then you just put as much damage on yourself
And then you switch.
and then you switch, right?
Okay.
I don't quite think that one would work,
No, okay, I didn't think that one through.
right?
Yeah, I didn't know you could hit yourself. Okay.
Summon can attack anything, right?
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Including yourself.
Yeah, I didn't
Alright.
think this one through. Okay. All right. I just it popped in my head. I thought it was
You
cool.
broke her.
I guess
I
not.
broke She's broken.
Well, I thought it
Broken.
would have been cool, and then now, well, yeah, I forgot. I didn't even know you could hit yourself in the game. So
Yeah.
I guess that
Stop hitting yourself.
wouldn't work.
It's a possibility.
It is, but hey, I don't know.
I don't think it would work.
It just popped in my
personally.
head.
How about yourself? Brainstorm really quick.
Now that you bring up the hitting yourself thing, I feel like it could.
As soon as you said that, I had traumatic flashbacks to my childhood. When my uncle would just hit me with my own hands.
You better put
man.
you better put
Stop
it in
hitting
his-
yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
Oh my god. I hated that joke in elementary.
Thoughts?
It might work, but it also depends on. It depends on a lot of things. Like you said, people could just set the other person up for failure and just take as much health off as possible
Yeah,
and then switch.
I think so. I meant for like other formats.
Oh. Not off the top of my head.
No,
No.
another.
No, I'm laughing at the comments.
What?
Well, Jeff, chimes in. He goes, "Dang, forgot it was Thursday night." Hi, Jeff.
Hey Jeff.
Hello.
It's his brother's here too. Forget how to pronounce his name.
Hassan.
Hassan. Yeah, he's here too. Hello.
Hi Hassan. He was our
Um,
winner last week.
Yes.
Congrats.
Jeff goes, "Can you guys just reset and start everything all over again just to?"
What?
Just to appease me.
No.
No.
Well, I said yes.
No.
So let's do it.
No, because he threw out the nice piece of tape with the Boston Bruins symbol on it that I had sent him in his package, and he opened it on live stream. Jeff ordered some cards for me, and when I wrapped the in top loaders, I wrapped them in painter's tape, right? But on the front of it, I drew the Bruins symbol on it, number 1, because he was hacking on the Bruins, so I had to do it.
And so you're saying he crumpled that tape up and threw it out?
Yeah, right into the garbage.
And it's got the Bruins symbol.
Yeah.
I failed to see what he did wrong there. He did you guys a favor.
All right. Anywho.
Jeff goes, "Excellent." Song goes, "Lucky that the world revolves around you." Jeff goes, "Exactly." That he was on. Finally, someone realizes that.
Oh my gosh. Lucky is probably not the word he would use.
Supposed to see that.
You're supposed to see. Nice. But yeah, so anybody that's watching it, any ideas that you guys have as far as potential new formats, shoot us a message. We can talk it through.
Ego level 100. I not only threw it out, I scrunched it up first, then threw it out to add insult to injury.
Oh, but you didn't spin on it. Come on, man.
That's how I
Or
rolled.
burn it. You could have burned it. That would have been good. Fire will cleanse the sins of the Bruins.
No, it doesn't.
That's right. There's
No,
a
you
lot
need
of sin that
cleansers. What are you talking
They're going
about?
to be a real hot fire.
we're not doing all that hot this year, but that's okay.
Oh my god. Yep. Okay,
Yeah.
here we go. Here's Jeff. Have you discussed a team version like Two-Headed Giant? There you go. Got it.
Yes, we did. We had. You'll have to rewatch this, Jeff, afterwards. Yeah, we talked about 2v2. We talked about allies. 2 champs, 1 deck, whole bunch of different formats so far.
Here's Jeff. Haha,
Again.
no spitting. I was in my basement. Plus, I don't hate them that much. I need to keep Steve-O in my good books to some degree.
Didn't he ban himself from the show? Remember?
He said that,
He-
but
he
then you
said-
said no.
I said no, he was always
just
welcome.
kidding.
Sorry.
I was
But
just messing with him.
Yeah. No, I think he said that he was going to be banned, and I told him no, he's not going to be banned from our show. We don't ban people.
Damn, sorry for being late. I'll shut up now.
Or get a chance to check out Jeff's content too. He does this one show where it's collectors opening packs and cars. Yes, I caught one of the videos. Yeah, basically he's just sitting in his car and cracking open booster packs inside his car. It's kind of cool. A neat little. But I'm working on a 2v1. That's how my kids want to play me. 2v1. That'd be interesting. Well, that's the way I feel when I play free for all. It's like, yeah, it's not just 2v1. It's 4v1, 6v1. Everybody just gangs up on me. It's horrible. And then they end up having to face each other afterwards. But what's Jeff say? What about a monarch or king or whatever that's called when 2 champs have to defend 1 champ with that champ having no access to cards or something and another one attacking is overpowered?
So it's a 2v1.
Think of it like Dr. Dodgeball. You got to protect your doctor while everyone gets to attack.
I think there's an echo.
There's an echo. No, hang on. Let me reread this. I think he might be on something. What about a monarch or king? Where 2 champs have to defend 1 champ. They have to defend a champ. With that champ having no access to cards or something. So basically, the way I'm looking at it is you got 1 champion, and then you have 2 champions trying to defend him, and he doesn't have access to your hand, but these 2 do. So basically, and then you summon to protect or whatever, and then your opponent's trying to kill this champion. That's definitely interesting. And you know what? You can even bring it further that all the champions' affiliations have to match.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that could be playable now too, because with every affiliation, there's 3
No,
champions
3, yeah.
right now.
Yep.
Okay.
That'd be
Actually,
That
I
could
like
be
that.
playable. Yeah, I like that idea. That's
So,
a
yeah.
pretty awesome idea, Jeff.
Like I said, think Dr. Dodgeball, where you got to protect the doctor and everyone can attack.
Like King of the Hill, man.
I've never played Dr. Dodgeball. What is that?
Like King of the Hill. That's what it was.
I don't know. It's probably
I remember
made up
King of the
over
Hill
years.
as a
So
kid,
Dr.
yeah.
Dodgeball, basically, it's like your team talks, and then you pick someone who's your doctor. People cheat, and they pick a fake doctor, whatever the heck, right? And if you get hit with a ball, you're down, and the doctor on your team has to come and touch you, and then you can get back up. But everyone on the team would crowd around this one person, and they'd all go up.
Have you played this?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I remember
Never
playing-
heard of it.
I don't think I've played that since like grade 6 though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's way after my time then. I guess I'm just too old to know.
Again, I haven't played it in
Is
years,
it
but I
based
just
on the
remember
Mafia
it.
game or something? I think they call it Kingdoms in MTG, or it is based on the Mafia game or something. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's
Something like
definitely
that.
interesting. That's something I would definitely take a look at, right? So, I mean, having the setup kind of like this, right? And then you have to protect this at all costs, but this one doesn't actually play, right?
Yeah.
So, but would they be able to move would be a question, right? To get out of, or do they have to stay stationary? They can't move. They're stuck there, right?
It's just kind of like a decoy stuck on the field.
You can even take it one step further. It's like, you put each player starts with a, I already said it. What's the name of that card? Fortification.
Oh yeah.
A fortification. Yeah, you have to kill it. Yeah.
You have to kill the fortification.
It's literally like real life chess right here. There we go. We're really turning Genesis into chess because the other two can attack. What if the two up front that can do everything, they're able to like summon stuff and blah 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 and use their attacks and all that, but the one in the back can only move and use the basic attack that they have, like the one attack there.
This one
Yeah.
can still attack,
Yeah.
but they can't play any spells.
Yeah, they
summons.
can't play anything, but they can still move and like attack.
Attack, yeah,
Yeah.
to help the. Well, yeah, they would.
It's almost like protecting your queen in chess.
Yeah, but the
well,
queen
king.
is like the most overpowered card.
Yeah, the queen's your most.
Yeah,
powerful
but you got to
piece.
get your queen out, don't
Yeah.
you? Or is it the king you got to get out? It's the queen.
You got to protect the king.
You gotta
but
protect the king.
The queen is. The
Oh,
most
so yeah,
valuable.
it's still there. It's almost like protecting the king in chess,
Yeah.
except that
Yeah.
thing can move more.
Yeah.
Only
But
one
the
thing.
king in chess can still attack, right?
Well, that's what I mean. That
Piece.
thing can attack. Yeah.
Take it out, right? So yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Turn it more into the
Chess-assist.
element of chess, right?
Battle
For
of
the game.
Chess.
What?
So you rename it Chess Assist.
Chess assist. We're playing chess assist. If you just use
Oh,
champions,
jeez.
It's
no
brutality.
decks,
How would
no
you-
cards, no.
Champions running around trying to hit each other. So you're literally just using champions. What the?
Then everybody plays Goon and they run away.
Oh, yeah.
What-
No one
Literally.
ever wins.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't work because I mean, in a lot of situations with starting off with all your resources, once you run out of your resources, and I know Sid can can vouch for this one where it ends up being just a slap fest. Two champions are just hitting with their basic attacks because we've run out of all our resources. Yeah,
Forget that my job here is to say stupid stuff.
we
So
know.
Here's a stupid idea.
We know. Yeah, no, I don't think that would pan out too well, but.
What
Who
if you
knows?
were to actually set up a Genesis board like a chessboard? So
Well, you do that by summoning.
it's a 5x. No. Like you actually play it exactly like chess. Like this is just some dumb idea. This isn't no format I'm thinking of. This is just a weird idea.
Okay, so my pawns are all scorpions.
No, you'd have to have it like a lower thing because the pawns aren't very powerful.
Hmm.
Your champions in the
Your
middle.
queen.
That's your.
That would be your queen.
No, that'd
Well,
be
the
your
decoys,
king.
they're not powerful.
Yeah, but they also
Yeah, they don't have an attack. I was thinking fire cubs.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta have
That
fire
works.
cubs. Fire cubs is all your pawns, and then you
Yeah,
have
your basic 3 cheese summons.
yeah, and then you have your middle one that's your champion.
Yeah.
And then you
And
have to have two
literally
at the
play it like
sides.
chess.
And two more. Yeah,
That sounds sweet.
that'd be funny.
That would be
But
cool.
your champion would still be able to cast spells?
No,
Sure.
no,
Maybe
Why not?
no, because
Why
then
not?
you already have stuff on the board.
Ooh, that
That's
makes
just,
it
you just start with summons. You're starting with summons, right?
Oh, you mean like spells and stuff?
Yeah, spells, techniques, all the other cards that are involved in Genesis,
Yes,
Yeah,
but
check
you
the
can't.
chat. She's onto something.
Yes, but you cannot summon any other.
But then your deck
Summons.
has to
Like,
be
you can't bring out
things
any
that
other
are not
summons. But spells you can bring out.
They
That
can
would
only
be
spells,
kinda
no
cool.
summons.
I would
the rest
wanna
of
play that.
your timeline cannot consist of
No,
any
she's
summons.
on to something. 3 cheese are pawns, then 4 is rook, 5 is bishop, 6, etc.
Yeah,
You wouldn't because it's like only a 5 across. It would be like here is your champion, 2 more, so that would be like your 4 cheese. These would be your 5s, and then these are all your 3s.
yeah.
So there is no 6.
And then
7s or
your
8s.
timeline can't start with or your timeline cannot have any summons.
Cannot have any summons because your
That
summons
sounds
are already
like
on the board.
A boatload of fun, a boatload.
That does.
That does
and then
sound
you have
really
to
cool.
play it like
We're
yeah.
gonna call
you're
it
playing
Jenna chess.
Jenna
Jenna
chess.
we'll
Jenna
call it-
chess.
Yeah,
Jenna chess.
we'll call it Jenna chess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta call
All right, we got
Sid.
a good catchy name.
We gotta
Yeah.
call Sid.
All right, you heard it here first. Jenna chess.
No, I'm trying to.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
picturing how that would
Right?
work, right?
Let's do it tonight.
I'm definitely testing this.
So yeah, because you have these 2 rows free, right? So then you
Yeah.
have free range because then these 2 would be filled with like your beginning stuff. So yeah, you can put a bunch of spells and stuff in your timeline, and then all your summons are already on the board. They get killed. It's exactly like a game of chess. If they get killed, they're out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you're looking at like tsunami, right?
Or holy wall.
Holy wall. Well, not necessarily. I'm talking about like area damage.
Or I mean, purifying wave.
So Sandstorm.
No,
yeah.
that wouldn't be allowed. That'd be banned
Yeah.
from that format.
Yeah, I think it would
That
have to
be
have
banned
a
from that
There would have to be a
format.
ban list.
there would have to be a
There
ban
would
list.
be.
Certain cards couldn't be used. Yeah, because Tsunami, like all you got to do is just make a path, get up here, you drop a Tsunami or a Sandstorm or whatever, and then you're wiping out half of your opponent right off the bat, right?
Maybe
So-
you limit the chi levels of the spells that can be cast.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it'd be another one where it'd have to have like its
Just
own set rule base, right, for
Yeah.
that format, right, outside of the regular rules of Genesis. So
Mhm.
it's like
I like the name.
Jenna chess, yeah.
Genesis
Battle of Chespians.
Battle of
Who
Chespians.
came up with
That was me.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah.
Battle of Chespians.
Champions, Chespians.
Yeah.
Okay, it needs some work, but it's a good start.
Jenna chess is
Yeah, we'll work on
good,
it.
Yeah.
We'll work on it.
Jenna chess is good though. Chess of
Chess of Jeff, is that what he said?
Chess of champions.
Jenna chess of Chessisons.
Chessians.
Chessians, thank you.
No.
Too many chess.
I like Chessians better than Chespians.
You have to limit cards. Yeah,
Yeah.
Son had said we definitely there would have to be a limitation on certain cards.
Can't believe I just came up with this
But that is
in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Popped up and it was like, play it like chess.
well, when you play Genesis as much as I do, it's like it just comes naturally as far as
I don't
trying to
play it
think
as
of-
much as
of
you,
new
and that
ideas.
still just kind of went. Boop.
Damn it. He's registering on the website. He's going to get credit.
What?
Nothing.
Who's registering what? Technical difficulty.
Yeah, technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties.
Who's it? Oh,
What's going on with that sound? The sound guy.
They're right. Making weird noises.
it's not everyone's
No. But yeah, no, that's definitely interesting how this game can be manipulated into different formats, right? So, I mean, we're all used to just a regular one format right now, but it has potential, I think, a lot of potential as far as making it interesting and different and attracting other players, right?
Oh, yeah.
100%. So, but yeah, so coming up, Kickstarter very soon. It's got
Yes.
8 days left.
Yes.
8 days. 8 days left before the Kickstarter is all done. So if you haven't had a chance to back it up, if you've been considering it, I highly recommend that you do. More add-ons were added in. Did you hear about the new add-ons?
Which one's the no, the uncuts were
Yeah,
just
Uncut sheets have already
just
been announced.
24 hours.
Yeah. The
last one-
posters.
The posters.
There's new
Oh yeah,
post-
the posters.
Did you see the posters? Oh
Yeah.
my god, I can't wait for these. So if you would watch the Kickstarter pre-party on the Discord, Damian had drew that bunny. Did you watch that?
I watched the first little bit of it, but I had to go.
Yeah. So anyway, we're getting the poster of that bunny. It's going to be part of the Kickstarter. Yeah. So. Yeah.
It
Right.
looked amazing.
Did
I
you
feel
saw
like
the
I
picture of
it
it? Eh?
somewhere before.
I think so.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah.
Bunch of new artworks, right?
Mhm.
Coming in Origins as well. So, that he had done. So yeah, definitely. If you highly recommend you get in on the Kickstarter if you haven't.
Oh yeah.
Did you sign up? Are you backing?
Oh, I've been backing since day one. I got
Nice.
the early bird bonuses.
Nice.
Don't look at me. I'm too broke.
Yeah. You got Bank of Dad though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Bank of Dad
Turn to
is
dad, please.
Bank of Dad. Yeah. No, I have 100% backed it up to Kickstarter. I can't wait. So you got until January 7th to get in and back the Kickstarter before it's all done. You need to make a Mac Attack coined version of the game. Mac Attack coin version. Okay, Vince, if you can elaborate on that, a Mac Attack coined version of the game. So I'm not quite understanding what you mean by that.
He means what we just did with the Genesis.
Okay.
Mac Attack point version of the game.
So it's like my version of the
Yeah.
game? Winning.
I mean, I want some credit too.
Hey, I came up with the whole thing. Well, you came up with the name, so yeah, you get credit for
Okay,
that.
as long as that's all I get, I'm good with it.
No,
Just that,
Jeff needs
We're good.
some credit too here because he came up with the 3, 4,
Genesis
5 and all
or
that.
what?
No, because he said yeah, it's onto something. 3 cheese or pawns, 4 is
Swords.
rooks, 5's
Mm.
bishops, 6,
Six.
etc. So
Yeah,
it
yeah.
would really only be 3, 4s, and 5. So instead of the 4, 5, 6, we got 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, it can go along with the 4, 5, 6
Jenna
format.
chess
Right?
instead.
And who said chess assist?
Make it
earlier?
a
I feel
tournament
like that kinda-
format for it.
Was it Richard that said chess assist
I
first?
think so.
That was me that says Chespians.
Chess.
Oh, that would've been
so
Jenna.
so
Okay.
Vince had said make a tournament format for it. I mean, like any of the formats can be
Can
put
be,
into
yeah.
a tournament
Yeah.
style, right? I mean, if it gets enough attention and you have enough player base based around that format specifically, you can run tournaments on it. So.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like chess assist or Jenna chess would be the easiest to start 1, 4, 2 because chess can already have its own tournaments in that. It's its own thing. It has been for a long time. If we're basing it off that, it would be easy to set up a chess style tournament.
I'm
for it.
laughing so hard because we're still talking about this. All I'm here thinking is my stupid idea is becoming a real idea. Like, what's up?
Hey, that's how. It's not a stupid idea. No idea is stupid. You should never say that. I don't think.
Well, no, it wasn't stupid. It was just like a random idea came into like
That's right. Yeah,
maybe an
and-
actual
it
thing,
could-
right?
Pretty dumb thing. Some ideas can be stupid.
I suppose. No. I mean, it's another thing that I had just thought of too. It's like because in chess, like you got your rooks can move in the L, right? So it's. I don't think that.
No, it's the knight that moves in the L shape.
Yeah, I
Nice,
was gonna
sorry,
say
whatever.
Your rooks move.
Yeah. Okay, I get the name mixed up. So your knight, but I don't think it would be allowed in this, right? Because summons can't move like that, or you can't move on the diagonal either, right? So I think it would have to stay within the movement rules of Genesis.
Yeah, it would.
But still very similar. I like the way it's set up, giving you even more resources up front too, right? So
Yeah.
it's like you actually starting with your summons on the field, right? So it'd be interesting to see how it plays. So I'm definitely looking forward to trying to build something around that too.
So James said, I received my beta pack cards, and wow, you really know how to pack cards. Sleeved, top loaders, and taped. Awesome. He likes the way you package everything.
Gotta make it safe.
Yep. JC said, I created a meme. You did.
It's a meme.
Yeah. Not even spelt right. Still
No, you
can't believe
spell
it.
meme. That's part of the meme.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I think so.
Vince said, that's how brilliant ideas come to life. Comes from a random thing. Spell it right, JC. He typed it's a meme, but I that one. Jeff's right there.
I just finished the Queen's Gambit, and now I'm picturing you guys at a Cold War era Russian tournament trying to avoid giving away government secrets while battling it out. Yeah, I don't think it'll be that intense.
We're
but-
going to Russia.
That's a high stakes bet. Rattle.
Yeah.
Everyone pack your snow pants.
Yay, vacay.
Patreon.
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 That's there?
So if you're not a Patreon member for Genesis or Haunted Castles, I recommend to do that as well. So you get some awesome promos, some booster packs every month, exclusive content on the Patreon. So it's pretty awesome. You're a Patreon member?
I am.
You are? Are you a Patreon member?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, you are. Yeah, you are.
I get my Patreon. So, yeah.
Yeah. Who pays for it? So who's a Patreon member?
Technically you, but it's got my name on it.
It's under your name.
My
Yeah,
email.
No. Yeah, you get some really, really awesome alternate art promos, a bunch of cool stuff. So yeah, I recommend you sign on
All right.
a little bit. Any other things you want to talk about?
Oh, you're looking at my phone. sorry.
Fan-based formats for Genesis.
Have we plugged the website yet?
What's that?
Have we plugged www.genesisbattlechampions.com yet?
You just did.
What else can we plug?
No, yes, 100%. Check out the website, www.genesisbattleofchampions.com. Hey, I got it right again.
Ooh.
Yeah, so card database, the lore, how to play the game, tons of information on there if you want to get into the game.
Even checking out the Genesis BOC YouTube, they have a lot of videos up.
Yes.
About how to play, just a lot about the game, talking about it, and even doesn't he do like updates on there and stuff like that too?
Yep.
Yeah, so you get a lot of that on there too.
Updates. He used to do talks about card showcasing. He used to showcase a lot of cards. I remember Sid. I missed those. Actually, I haven't seen one of those in quite some time. So yeah, he'd talk about the card, the history behind the card, where it came from, the artwork, what the card does, kind of thing. So he was doing that for quite some time. I haven't seen any of those in a while.
I want to see this.
But you can always check them out on YouTube.
Sorry. So I want to see this. Jeff had said, have you discussed an action or speed version where there's no turns, just everyone plays as fast as they can?
Wouldn't work.
It's called Speed Duel.
Yeah.
No, Yu-Gi-Oh already has that format called Speed Duel. I don't think that would work. Just playing because there's too much response. You can respond to everything, right?
No, yeah.
So yeah, you wouldn't be able to just start doing stuff as your opponent's doing stuff as well, because if they're doing something that you didn't notice that you could respond to, right? In midst of play, I don't think that would work. Sorry, Jeff. I don't mean to shoot that one down, but I give that one a thumbs down.
Yeah.
Right, but never know. How about playing with the chess clock? Yes, JC had mentioned we actually had a discussion about this for playtime. So in the competitive scene, especially in a tournament style, and it's actually hitting a chess clock during your turn. So I mean, in a lot of senses, yeah. So it's if you're up one game to none in a tournament setting, right? You can actually slow play, right, to defeat your opponent by just getting that one win, and it goes to time. You get your 3 rounds done, right? So now you're up 1-0, right, against them. So I mean, having that happen, hitting a chess clock would really prevent it, just like in chess, right? So in chess, you have to hit a clock. You only have so much time to play the game, right? So it should be the same thing in Genesis, right? Yeah. I think personally, I agreed with JC on the idea. However, there's nothing etched in stone as far as tournament regulations and rules, but never know for the future, right? So in a lot of games, I'd seen it too. It's I understand there's a lot of decision making, and you have to kind of have a strategy and planning things out, but also too, for a very, very good competitive player should already be that step ahead, right? Knowing what you're going to be able to do, or adjust very fast to whatever your opponent's going to do in the game. So always being that one step ahead to prevent from just sitting there looking and trying to figure things out, wasting the time during the tournament while you're playing. Right? So. But some people do it on purpose too, right? So which isn't a very noble player in a sense, I think, but to each his own. Anything else?
Ben thinks that chess clocks should be in most games.
In most games, yeah.
And Jeff said something about a chest clock instead, like flav. Whatever that is, sorry.
It's a giant clock on a necklace. You have to wear Flavor Flav from Public Enemy. Or you have to hit the... Oh, I got it. Sitting there with a big giant clock on your chest while you're playing Genesis all the time. I think it'd just be a little like a normal chess. You played with a chess clock before?
Yeah. It just looks like a little alarm clock almost.
More or less, yeah. But
I've only seen them. I haven't actually
Yeah.
You can get little Genesis brand ones that's got the logo across it too.
Genesis clocks. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. That'd be all right. That'd be pretty cool.
Jenna chess clocks.
Jenna chess clocks. Oh my God, I am so sorry, Steve-O. I could hear the groan in your voice and how lame that joke was. Sorry. That's okay, Jeff. It's all right. But anyway, so yeah, there's a few ideas for some different formats. You want to test them out? Go for it. And then, even get back to us. Let us know how they worked out for you, or start, designing your own if you want to, outside of. Also, too, I think learning new formats helps your gameplay.
Oh, yeah.
helps the gameplay a lot. I think on top of it, because each format could have a different strategy on how it's run, et cetera, et cetera. So and then you can take that back into those strategies back into the regular play. And it could help your game in the long run, I think. Right.
Jeff goes, the slogan. What time is it? It's Genesis time.
It's Genesis time. Yep. But yeah, so again, yeah, check out the website, www.genesisbattlechampions.com. And be sure to check us out come the new year. We're going to be doing a secondary show, 2 champions and a stack of cards. So myself and the 2021 champion, Sid, are going to be giving each other deck challenges and we're going to be doing some live gameplay based around these challenges for our timelines. Trying to exploit, well, not really exploit, I mean, just test out a lot of cards that we don't really normally use in the meta game, right? So to give them an opportunity to be showcased. So I've been working on mine, which he gave me the challenge to do No Man's Land. Oh my God, I'm having such a headache on trying to design a timeline that's going to seriously make this card work. It's a bit of a struggle. So mad kudos to Sid for giving me that challenge. I gave him Elemental Dominance was the one I had given him. So I think hey Sid, what card did I give you? Was it Elemental Dominance? Yeah, Elemental Dominance. Yeah. So he's working on that one. I'm going to be working on No Man's Land, and hopefully won't be this Sunday, but the Sunday after you'll be able to watch that show where we battle that out and have a good discussion about those timelines. So anything else you want to add?
Don't forget to like and
Subscribe. We said that.
Yes.
Yourself.
We
Okay.
have TikTok.
What's that?
Where are we located?
Where are we located? On Earth.
Right here.
Right here.
Yeah, right here.
Where's the shop located?
131 Erie Ave, Brantford, Ontario, in Canada.
Yes.
On Earth.
On Earth.
On Earth.
In a universe.
Milky Way galaxy.
In the Milky
Milky
Way
Way
galaxy
galaxy.
thing. I don't know. Yeah, that's where we are. We have a TikTok too.
I thought we were in Denver.
Are
I
we?
don't know why.
No. We're Brantford. We do have a TikTok though.
You have a TikTok?
Yes, we have a
I don't
TikTok.
remember what it's.
I live in Vashad, so I'm all right.
Is it heads.tails.9 or something?
I don't know. Hang
Hold
on.
I'm looking
Yup.
for it.
Yup. Hold up.
It's gonna make a lot of noise when I go into it.
Being slow.
You all right?
Just type it. Yeah, we're good. Heads or Tails Gaming. If you need the actual username, it's heads.or.tails9.
I was close.
Close.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at our TikTok. We have videos on there.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mac Attack takes care of all the TikTok stuff too, so which is really good. My wife takes care of the Instagram, which we
Has
won't go
not
there.
been out. Yeah, no.
We won't go there for the
No.
Instagram one. But anyway, yeah. So be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate you watching. Be sure to come and check us out next Thursday. Every Thursday night, 7:30, we do a large show based around Genesis. So we usually post on Facebook what our show's going to be about in advance. We try to anyway, but special guests, a lot of discussions about Genesis, my favorite game of all time at this point. Right?
I can agree on that.
You can. That it's my favorite game.
That's my favorite game too.
That's my favorite game.
Oh, okay. I'll second that.
You'll
I'll second that.
You'll second that.
Yeah.
No, definitely. If you want to come and get some practice in or play some casual games, we're always willing to teach you and help you get involved in Genesis. Right. So, on behalf of
MacTac.
and our special guest,
Jordan Graham.
I am Steve-O the Gamer, and thank you for watching One Side of the Coin. Bye.
Bye.